Hello and welcome back to the Talking Wolves podcast. We're here for podcast number 12 and we are here to review, obviously, the games that happened in November alongside...
That's
thank
better.
you, Tom. Cheers, Tom.
Talking to the mic, mate.
Hey, I'm checking. I'm fine, mate. I'm fine.
The levels are very
Could barely hear
The
you.
levels. And we're going to be reviewing the games from November. And, of course, we're going to be actually talking about our team of the decade as well. But as always, my name is Dave. Alongside me here is Tom, the old Golden Black. Tom, how's it going?
Great, thanks.
Good, mate. Good. I like your hat.
Cheers, mate. Look at it. Rocking the Daniel Powter.
Frank Gallagher.
Opposite me, we have got Matt Cooper. Matt.
Dying in the
His
corner.
lungs up.
I'm
That's
all
it.
right, mate. I'm still here.
Just about.
Yeah.
And our special guest today is none other than Mr. Harry Mansell.
Hello,
Play the-
everyone.
Harry.
play the
Thanks,
clapping.
thanks for having
Oh,
me.
wait. Which one is it?
The
We've
other
got
one.
some sound effects. Hey.
Thank you.
It's like Steve right in the afternoon.
Thank you very much.
So, Harry, of course, you've come. I think we felt sorry for you in the last. There's always one. Okay. There we go. In the last podcast, I'm pretty sure we took the mick out of you. So,
Yeah, I didn't mind. It was
that was-
funny.
that was
I was
me.
laughing my head off when I listened.
It was a shit shirt, though.
It was. I ain't joking. I genuinely thought it was really good. And then when I put a picture on Twitter, I got absolutely
See, that's a little bit
annihilated.
concerning.
Yeah, my fashion's terrible. Like, if I ain't wearing a wall stop, I don't really know what else to wear.
It wasn't that bad, mate. It was just.
It was just horrendous.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Right, we are going to be kicking off with, well, actually the Bratislava game, but the home tie. Wolves, of course, ended up winning that game 1-0. We had to rely on a stoppage time winner from Jimenez. I mean, it was pure domination, but it was one of those games, Tom, if you can remember it, where Wolves just couldn't seem to break through.
Yeah,
Their goalkeeper had a pretty good game as well.
he made a couple of good saves, and we played quite well throughout the game, but it just took a lot of patience to be able to break them down. And then, because that horrific injury that took 10 minutes out of the game gave us the extra time to be able to get the goal that we needed. But
Quite ironic that Jimenez scored it as well.
yeah,
After
but
he
he,
booted
but he
him in
put
the
his
end.
hands together, so
Yeah.
it makes it all better.
Respect.
One retweet
Yeah.
equals one prayer.
Really. But to be honest, it's that long ago, Dave.
How is this my fault?
It's your podcast, mate.
Anyway, right. Matt, do you remember the game at all?
Yeah, it was really frustrating, and I think it was one of those games that we'd seen previously where we did. I think we would have played all night and not scored, or just never looked likely. But again, it came in the 92nd, 93rd minute.
Yeah. 12 minutes added on.
Very, very,
Yeah.
very late. It was a fantastic header. What a leap that was.
Yeah.
He had a similar chance today against Sheffield United, where he's like a standing jump and that jumped the centre half. It's a great leap, and it was good. Obviously, very important to get the 3 points now that we've qualified. So it's all that really matters, isn't it? Rather than the performance.
Did Traore put the ball in for?
Yeah, it's
Of course
good.
he did, mate. Of
Yeah.
course he did.
He's so
He's
good.
water
isn't he?
wet. He's water wet.
Mate, his aerial ability, though, I think is something that he's really shown off a little bit more this year. Some of their headers, and he scored a couple of them this year.
We very rarely get like balls into the box, though, do we?
Yeah.
But Traore puts a lot in, doesn't he? Traore. He's always getting balls in.
Yeah, but there was a point today where we'd got two players overlapping on the wing, and I looked in the box and there was approximately zero players in there.
That's true. Jimenez comes out a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's always
yeah,
out.
so-
Like,
Yeah.
We very rarely get.
Jimenez actually getting the cross
Yeah,
assist today as well.
assisted,
didn't he? Yeah. Right, we'll move on from that game. Oh, unless Harry, you got anything to add?
No, I just remember it being really boring, a bad atmosphere, and
Yeah.
Overhead kicked him in the head. 12 minutes added on, and we got the goal.
Do you think it should have been a sending off for that?
No, it's an accident, isn't it?
I think it was unlucky to get a yellow card for it.
Did he get a yellow?
No,
Yeah.
it's dangerous. It's
But-
dangerous.
It's not red, though.
Yeah, but like you say, their keeper was good, and I thought they just played out their skin because it's a big game for them when
Yeah.
they come into Molyneux.
Their fans, we haven't mentioned their fans, they were amazing.
Yeah,
They were amazing. They were genuinely the best fans I think I've ever seen at
You've
Molyneux.
got these. There were probably about 500 of them.
Oh, it's about
Yeah, it's
1,000.
quite a few,
plus,
yeah.
yeah. They had upstairs and downstairs. Yeah.
And all these, come with a reputation of racist chanting and just being ultras and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And they come out with these chants and then they follow it with.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was thinking
Pop world.
that needs to be introduced into
I
the Premier
absolutely
League.
loved it. over
I
there.
thought it was great. That's what
Like-
we need to get that going.
Them
Yeah.
as people like Slovakia, is it Slovakia?
See.
Yeah, they were
I mean,
amazing.
you've only
you
been
went.
to the country, yeah.
And obviously, like it was full of kids. And they were like mad atmosphere. I thought their fans are brilliant.
Sorry.
I thought they were good, full of kids. Tom would have loved it.
Oh, don't.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Yeah, Brilliant. But yeah, 1-0 win in that game. We'll move on to a big win at Molineux a couple of weeks ago up against Aston Villa. Villa. 2-1 win. Obviously, Ruben Neves scoring the opener. Jimenez more or less putting the game to bed before Trezeguet got that consolation goal. Matt, it was a massive win, wasn't it?
That first half performance was probably the best I've seen us play ever.
Yeah.
It was.
Since the last time we played
Ever?
Villa at home. That's the well, maybe Man United in the cup.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I was at uni. Watched it on the telly. then.
Plastic.
Yeah, some of us have degrees to do. But yeah, it was great. It was, like I said, probably the best I've seen them play, especially under Nuno. If we just take our chances, how many times I need to keep saying that? That game would have been out of sight, and then the second half wouldn't have happened. Well, it obviously would have happened, but you know, we put ourselves under a lot of pressure in that second half, a lot of unneeded pressure. We sat deeper and deeper, which you've been conscious of in the past few seasons anyway, i.e. Watford in the FA Cup.
Braga.
Yeah, so the first half was great. Should have put the game to bed, but it's one of those. Villa were terrible. They're probably the worst team I've seen this season. I'm not just saying that because of the Villa and they're a local rival.
I was really disappointed by John McGinn because I thought it was going to be a proper battle.
Was he there? He did turn up.
Exactly.
Didn't he? He's in
I
Martinez's
think Martinez's
pocket.
pocket, yeah.
I thought it was going to be a proper battle between McGinn and Martinez, but yeah,
Yeah, well,
wasn't even there.
2-1 just didn't tell the story, did it? We could have beat them about 5-1 on the day.
We only had
And
5 shots on target as well.
I think Villa did miss Grealish, but they
Yeah.
were so bad. Like, I mean, they drew today, didn't
So
they? But
bad.
I looked at that, I thought, yeah, they're getting relegated, and it's the best I've seen. Traore, Jimenez, and Jota combined. I thought they were absolutely lethal, and obviously Doherty and Johnny. And yeah, like we say, like you've got to be scoring more of the chances, haven't you? Had to.
How good was Neves' goal as well?
Yeah.
I thought it was been really clever at the time because I said to my dad, "This is going to." I said Villa were expecting the ball to come in, but this is coming out to Neves, and it happened. And I thought I was the best thing ever.
Should have put a bet on.
And then about
And
4
then,
people
then
said
I
the
listened
same
to it on
thing.
the radio, and they were going, everyone in the ground could see what Neves
Yeah.
was going to do, but
They did leave
Very
him,
well
didn't they?
taken.
I mean, Neves is
It was
known to
very-
shoot from outside the box and just left him on his own.
very naive.
He did a little run
defending.
up the knee, little shimmy run up. Oh, here we go. Great finish.
It's almost like, and today there's a couple of times, it's like watching rugby where you wait for the man in the pocket for a drop goal at the end of the game, where none of you know about
That
rugby.
amazing
No,
sport,
it's,
rugby.
it's shit, yeah.
Yeah, but it's exactly
their
like
ground,
that.
yeah.
There will be one person watching who knows what I'm talking about. Thanks, Dad.
I just thought I'd play those. Yeah. No one gives a shit, Rouse.
Thank you.
Well, I was going to ask. I mean, the back three. I think that was one of the first times really we saw Cody, Dendoncker, and Sace sort of look pretty solid. I know we've had previous games where we've spoke about it, the Arsenal game and so on. But I thought I'd touch on it now before we move on to the next game. How do you lot think that? I know they didn't play with that back three today, but how do you lot think we've adjusted to life without Willy Bolly as well?
Yeah.
Because I personally think we're doing a lot better than what I expected anyway.
I think Dendoncker, he's pretty much saved us a bit, hasn't he? Like, they slotted in there, he's been unreal. I was really worried. And we know he can play there, but yeah, unreal. Sace on the left. I think when Bolly comes back, I know it'd be harsh on Dendoncker, I would just slot Bolly back in on the right side, because you remember against Besiktas away, he was unreal that game. So yeah, it's fair play to Dendoncker. I mean, like I say, he saved us, because I was really worried when Bolly got injured, but the way he slotted in, it's been incredible, I think.
I can't remember if I said it last time, but I think we look better going forward with those two at the back because they bring the ball into midfield
ball
and it looks a
players.
bit more fluid than
Yeah,
previously.
we retain possession a lot better as well with stuff like that. I'm not going to single out Bennett, but a lot of the time it is. You know, but
No, you are right.
But those two are, and Cody, the three are natural with the ball at the fit. They're all midfielders, so it's natural that we are going to retain possession better and the distribution is going to be better. I mean, the out ball is a lot better, especially in like Dendoncker play with his left or his right. So yeah, I think we've adjusted seamlessly. It's like Bolly's not even gone, but he's got to come back straight into the team. That he has to.
Yeah, he's our best defender by a mile, Bolly. Unreal.
Even Kilman, I think, has done really well.
Yeah.
Well today as well.
Very promising.
Big pressure on him as well, isn't it, coming into that?
Yeah.
Like, he could have gone, but you don't feel like worried when he's on the ball. Whereas if Valeo's on the ball, I'm twitching. I'm like, get it off him, and he just passed it out, doesn't he, for a throw?
Yeah.
So.
Seems like that
He's
might
going, though.
that might be cut short in January by the sounds of it as well.
definitely.
But yeah, I think with Kilman, obviously with him being that futsal player, they're going to be quite good on the ball and so on. I think he looked really comfortable, especially today against Sheffield United. Even with the aerial duels, I think didn't do too badly
I
with.
think if he bulks up a little bit, which will happen naturally, he could be a really good player there because his positioning and that he's got the football brain. You can see that. It's just physically he's found a little bit wanting still, but he's a big boy, and if like they say they put a bit of size in him, like they've done with players like Neves. If you look at pictures of him when they signed to him now, he probably put half a stone on it in size. So if they do that with Kilman.
Yeah, but we did that with Costa, and then he turned out to be shit.
He scored his first goal for Leeds yesterday, didn't he? He's amazing.
On the other hand as well, like Doherty. Like Doherty's gone from being like overweight to going vegan and then being like an absolute athlete getting up and down.
Vegan now.
But you've got to credit Nuno in that.
Danny Bart was vegan and he's short.
Spoilers for Matt.
We won't have a bad word to say about Danny. We love Danny.
Sorry, Danny, if you're listening.
Yeah,
He's not.
I doubt it.
Well, he likes random pictures on my Instagram for some reason last
Still
year.
does that?
He's because you're
that's
massive.
it.
It's because Nuno thought you were a journalist.
I know you. Hello. Right. We'll move on. Game against Bournemouth. It was another win for Wolves, this time on the road. It probably should have been a lot more than what the scoreline suggested. 2-1 win in the end. Martinho and Jimenez getting the first half goals. A second half goal for Bournemouth with Steve Cook. And a red card in the first half as well for Francis. Pure domination from Wolves, Tom. It should have been more though, yeah.
Well, as Matt alluded to earlier on with giving the goals away too easily, we're not killing games off. And that's why we, against Braga in the next game, should have been out of sight really. But I was actually here when that game was going on and then drove back, listened to it on the radio, and I just said it just makes the comeback for Bournemouth even more amazing when they inevitably come back into the game. You just know that the Wolves are going to give it away at some point. We can't play well for 90 minutes.
It was very similar to the Villa game. Absolutely battered on first half. One of our best performances with Villa, and then they get a man sent off as well. So I'm thinking we're just going to absolutely annihilate them second half. But they seem to up their game a bit, Bournemouth, and we just I don't know what happened, but that goal from Martinho, you think it was a cross, don't you?
Yeah,
I think he meant it.
That's a shot.
You think? I think he meant it.
Well, he did it again today. And I thought maybe it's going to become his thing, is that he can score from these ridiculous tight angles. But he just hits it straight.
No, that was definitely a shot. You can say the way you shaped it up, and the way if that was a cross, it's an awful cross. It's eluded absolutely everyone. But look at the height on it and how it dips. It's not a cross. It's a shot. It doesn't matter.
But he's
an audacious
he's so
attempt.
good. I thought he meant it. Well, he's a genius.
It's probably one of them things. I'll just whack it in the box, and if hello,
hi mum,
whack it in the box, and hopefully someone gets a touch on it.
Yeah, I think it's a shot. He's far too clever to just whack a ball across the area.
I don't know if a player like that shooted from that angle. I can't see why you would try to score from there. That's why I think he's a
Have you
freak.
seen the video of him taking free kicks in training?
Not from that angle though.
He's
Who's practicing from there?
I don't think it's that narrow of an angle.
It was pretty much a corner.
But it's quite a small pitch, isn't it, Bournemouth?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that made any difference to him shooting or not, but yeah, I thought he meant it myself because he's quality and
it's
a great goal.
I mean, he's taken a lot of the set pieces now ahead of Neves. I think Neves is. I mean, even that one against Villa, where Neves scored. But I think Neves now it seems to only be taking them if it's like direct in front of the goal. You see, he could get the dip on the shots really well, but Martinho seems to be the man now. The other goal as well, obviously, was Jimenez's goal.
Brilliant goal.
Martinho again with a set piece, Adama, ball across.
With his new hair, wasn't it? His new hair. Look, I think he made him faster.
Oh, yeah.
No, but great crossing and the way he opened up his body, Jimenez, just to tap it with his left foot, and he's on fire, isn't he, at the moment, scoring.
I don't think that's an easy finish. I know he's right in front of the goal, but he's got to
speed. The ball's coming in.
Yeah,
and Traore to get that first time, he's had to go from standing to full pelt in a couple of seconds.
Yeah,
he's absolutely roasted Harry Wilson.
There's been a couple of goals like that have just shown everything that's good about our attacking play within 2 or 3 seconds, and then we score a goal. Everything from that goal was perfect and showed Martinho's class and quick thinking. Traore is showing that he's on the same page as everybody else now and making that run, and Jimenez
his end product from compared to last year is ridiculously good, like unreal. And if you notice, I reckon about 85% of the time we attack down the right, don't we? Because
everything comes down the right.
Hardly did that much today, really, because he was always going down the right.
If we
and he
lose
takes
Adama
over everyone.
to injury, we are screwed.
Yeah.
I was saying that today. When he went down, didn't get back up. He's our most productive player that we've got. Everything comes down that right hand side. He links up really well with Doc.
Yeah, definitely.
He's come on leaps and bounds. He looks a different player. And I was speaking to him at the match today, saying if he carries on this form, his rich goal scoring and assist form, How much is he going to be worth at the end of the season?
Man, yeah.
Somebody said that £18 million now for a player like that, it looks like an absolute
He
bargain.
does. I think.
I think you can command 30 million for him, definitely.
30 million?
How much?
How much?
Joking.
Yeah.
No chance, mate. You got to be.
What, more than that?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Jimenez was 30 million.
He's still too stupid
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, there was a few
Endless
times today where you thought, just release the ball. Or,
We had a counter attack. Jota
Yeah.
on the left, Jimenez
Yeah,
through the
I saw
right.
that.
Adama was the deepest man back.
Yeah.
Why is he? I mean, to be fair, defensive duty wise, I think he did okay today. Like he was actually tracking back a little bit more, but again, going forward today, he could have genuinely won us that game if he wanted to.
The thing is, he must be a nightmare to mark because how easy it is to take
Yeah.
people on. It's incredible sometimes.
well, in
like-
the Villa game for the second goal,
Yeah.
loads of Villa fans ringing up to WM saying, "Why didn't was it El Ghazi or one of their
Yeah, it
players
was,
say why didn't you
Douglas
why didn't you
Luiz.
just take him out?
Bodied him.
Just
didn't
get
he?
a take a red card because
Well,
you know then you're not going
Mings did, didn't he? Mings took him out for their free kick that led to Neves' goal.
He
That's
was
what
very
gets you in the
smug
England
with
team.
that tackle. He walked away, that look on his face, and he just put it in the net.
Yeah,
Tit.
good.
Right, moving on.
Did you go to Braga, boys?
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Dave, before
Yeah.
you move on, we
Go
didn't
on.
mention Jota's offside that was an offside goal against Bournemouth.
Oh yeah.
Like, how the hell? VAR, the bloke flags for it straight away. If he keeps his flag down, VAR check
The
it. It's a goal
protocol
for
is
Jota.
not to blow. And
do you see Jota going mad at it?
Yeah,
the
he's
liner?
going
There's
mental.
a very
yeah.
similar thing happened today as well, didn't it? But it was the referee's fault for blowing the whistle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wasn't the
definitely, yeah.
linesman. Well,
Simon Hooper.
it's
I saw a bit
the
of both.
linesman's
Lines-
fault because it's not offside, but
Yeah.
He's
it's a
flagged.
referee's decision. You have to blow the whistle when the phase of players stopped because you can carry on and score like he did. That's
Well,
That's not how VAR.
I think he originally blew because he thought Jimenez was offside. When it originally went into Jimenez, then he
Yeah, I
passed
think
to Jota.
that's what it was.
But he was onside as well.
They've
Jimenez,
told
the left back, was playing him on
They've
one.
told the linos though this season only put your flag up if you're 100%
Yeah, yeah.
or close to 100% sure because if you see that flag go up and you're a defender, you think,
Yeah.
right, the flag's up, but you can
That's-
still go through and
That's
score.
why that's the linesman's fault. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
blamed the ref for that because you've got to trust your linesman fully. You're not going to ignore. It's very rare that you ignore the linesman.
But that's what the protocol is now.
Yeah.
Don't blow. To show you shouldn't have blown.
Nah, it's more the linesman's fault. He
think
shouldn't
it's the ref's
flag.
fault.
He shouldn't
Yeah.
flag.
But
No,
it begs-
because how's the ref going to know if it's clear
Because-
and obvious and the ref lets it play on?
Yeah.
He's got to trust
You
the
bring it
line.
back.
It begs the question, with offsides,
No.
do you need linesmen? You can just let VAR check every
Yeah.
single one. Do you know what I mean? Do you need them? I don't
Chips
know.
in the balls, chips in the boots, lines on the pitch, lasers. That's what we want.
God, fucking hell.
Lasers.
Well, now we are moving on to Braga, Tom.
Oh, did you go,
Thanks,
lads?
mate.
Did you go?
Yeah, we had a really good time. Thanks.
Did you?
Thanks to One Football
Yeah.
for powering the trip.
Some content creators are jealous. Not just
I have,
you two, don't worry,
I have
not just you
emailed
two.
them. I've emailed them this week after seeing your holiday.
Well, if they send the poems, you'll be getting a response. So.
What has happened to my YouTube channel? Did you see that comment?
For sure.
Somebody commented on one of the poems that I put on. They said, "What has happened to this channel?"
I think you're quite talented, Tom. I was quite surprised.
well,
Because you're a school teacher.
Tom, talented.
here we are at Fancast Live.
I did quite enjoy the poem.
Which one
The match of the day one.
did you?
He's very well spoken, very eloquently put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cheers.
So, no, being deadly
Somebody
serious.
compared it to Under Milkwood by Dylan Thomas.
What?
Clearly, you're uncultured. You know, it's one of the greatest Welsh poems.
Oh, well,
there
of
we go,
course.
then.
Yeah, here we go. I can't eat. I've
Anyway,
lost my train.
Braga.
No, to be fair, we'll do it at the
Show
end.
us your
I was-
bruise, man.
Yeah. Go on.
Sorry.
Shows your bruise.
No, should you want to talk about it?
I'll talk about
Police
it.
officers were beating Matt up in Braga.
Aw. Wasn't like that in Turin, was it? Huh?
Nah, no.
Did you,
Well, if they would, I
it was
would
good.
have knocked him out anyway.
Good,
With
yeah,
Tom,
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Tom, go to Turin.
It was class
You
Turin.
got, you got Juventus smoke.
Oh, yeah.
I did
Tell you
see.
what, Dazzling Dave, whatever job he does, I want his job because he's been everywhere.
Yeah.
He's
he goes absolutely everywhere.
marketing manager at Groupon, isn't he?
Wancho.
Voucher, come on,
Oh,
man.
is
Get
it?
it right.
Voucher.
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I did see you there, didn't I, Tom? But I generally don't remember seeing
Yeah.
you. 'Cause I'd had a
Well, you would have because you did go.
Sorry, but in Turin.
Anyway, we're on about Braga, aren't we? Was it good?
Did you go?
Mate. Yeah, we went. It was thanks to One Football for sending us there.
Did you get wet?
Oh, it was
Did you
great
get beaten
weather
by a
for ducks.
policeman?
It was ridiculous the weather. You know, it's like going to Portugal would be nice that time of year.
In November.
Well, it was,
Feel right mild, eh?
Yeah.
I hope it'll be mild.
and it just. I don't think we stepped outside and it was dry at any given point. So, but
No.
apart from that,
It was lovely here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
You know the worst.
tropical, yeah.
You know the worst thing was the day after the Friday when we were flying back. It was still the same weather in Porto. So everyone obviously getting on the plane, a couple of jackets, a big coat and that. We flew to Lisbon before flying back to England, and Lisbon was like 20 degrees.
No way.
So you get out the flipping
man.
transfer and you're sweating. It
Mate,
was
were you like panicking when the pitch inspection and that was happening?
There wasn't a pitch inspection.
The pitch was terrible.
Yeah, we saw it, and I thought like it was some Yadar that put it up.
Yeah,
And everyone was just getting smashed on Superbox. So I put it to you. Who's had one Superbox and told everyone?
I remember
Everyone
my first
believed
beer.
it. I searched pitch inspection on Twitter, and it was just all these people tagging Spears and Joe Edwards asking if it was a pitch inspection. So,
Someone said that they spoke to the locals about it, and they just laughed it off. Said this is our climate, and you're gonna be used to this.
Yeah.
At that time of year, anyway. So
A lot there though, weren't there? Was it 6,000? I was surprised.
more Wolves fans there than Braga fans.
It's very impressive.
I ran out of holiday, so I couldn't go. I was gutted. I was a bit gutted, but everyone just seemed to prioritise that, didn't they, Braga?
Yeah.
And I thought Braga.
I
would
didn't
sell
really.
out,
To start with, I didn't really want to do Braga
Yeah.
because I think I was looking at Besiktas and that. Obviously, when one football game.
But
calling,
Besiktas,
you
my
go-
mate,
you
Jack,
football club calling, you can't turn it down.
my mate Jack went to Besiktas and he was a bit worried, thinking he's going to kick off. But he said it was like no trouble.
I think as long
Dave was there,
as
so
long
they
as-
sorted it out anyway.
As long as you're all right with them, they ain't. I mean, the only trouble we've had isn't even Braga fans. It was
Liège,
Liège.
Yeah, the only problems we've had is with Portugal, who are quite
Our friends.
Yeah,
the
I thought they'd
political
like
relationship between Portugal and
Yeah.
England has been historically quite good.
Wasn't there a? I don't know if you want me to say this on here, but weren't there a Wolves fan who bottled another Wolves fan on the street?
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true,
Bad,
yeah.
wasn't it?
He
Crazy.
apparently knocked him out and he hit him over the head with a stein afterwards. So
Fucking hell.
just to make sure
Lovely
he's done the
stuff.
I hope
job.
he's all right.
Yeah, I hope he is as well. I mean,
Yeah.
hearing what happened, I don't think he will be, but
Nah.
it's not good that. But
And we've always said that touchwood so far everything had been going well, no trouble anywhere. And then this trip,
Well,
as soon as you two start going,
Like in Turin, wasn't it? No trouble.
yeah, no trouble in Turin.
Hey, I was at Crusaders, boys. Come
Yeah.
on, only the diehards here.
Yeah.
No,
Crusaders.
Crusaders. I
Nose round.
I'm just waiting for the next round draw for us to get Standard Liège
Oh,
in the first
imagine.
knockout round.
That'd be good.
Be riots.
I still want Copenhagen. Solbacken's
Solbakken.
return, mate.
Solbakken's revenge.
beers are expensive there, though.
I want either Roma or PSV.
Not in the next
PSV.
round. You want them
Not because of the team. I just want to go.
You want them a bit later on.
You
I
don't want to
think.
go to Roma.
Why
No,
not?
stab you in the
Like
bum.
Gladiator and all that there.
No,
Gladiator.
Or the Colosseum. Did you go to the
mate,
Colosseum?
they're rough. They're
Oh, they're
one of the mad-
people for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're into far right chanting and
Oh,
stuff like that.
you
Yeah.
should
Should
have
we-
got in them, haven't you, Tom?
Should we talk about the game? Or?
Well, it's
What
about
game?
the experience.
Oh, yes.
Well, should I tell you, because probably 75% of the fans in the UAN missed the first two goals
Oh, yeah,
because of the
I saw that.
police.
Oh.
So,
Wasn't like that in Turin.
so we were in the queue and it was like, we're 1-0 down. Couldn't hear, we were outside the ground, you didn't hear the Braga fans or anything.
There weren't any
Yeah,
there.
there
was
wasn't
there?
a hand.
And then getting towards it, Jimenez has scored.
And Finner's missed it. I bet
Oh.
he was gutted, wasn't
Did
he?
you
Well,
see, I
listen,
tweeted him
couldn't
saying
click that
Finners now when Jimenez has scored with that money emoji, and then
You see
he
his
takes.
title on his YouTube video, Jimenez heads Wolves into the next round as well.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm guilty of that, so I can't really slate him for that.
Did he?
I think Jimenez.
we're all
Jimenez can
guilty.
do a pass back like Raul Jimenez passes back to the keeper in the title.
You can't do it, mate. You got to pimp yourself out, ain't you?
Yeah, you got to. Yes.
We don't hear it talking walls, obviously.
No, of course, we
No,
do things right.
so the game itself, obviously, Braga took an early lead through a deflected goal through Andre Horta. Jimenez then equalised. Doherty and Adama quickly made it 3-1 Wolves. And the second half, we sort of collapsed. And it's Paulinho and Fran Sergio who got the goal. Have you seen the stats? They had 4 shots on target,
Yeah.
3 goals.
That First goal, the bloke who shot his best mate with Neves, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
So he's mad that
Horta.
he'd come off Neves to go in.
yeah.
Mad.
And then obviously the Jimenez, Doherty and Adama goal. I think the pick of those for me is probably that Doherty goal.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that
Great
ball
pick,
from
yeah.
Jimenez,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
and to be fair though,
telepathic.
the cross from Johnny for Raul's goal was class. Left foot. Johnny always cuts in, doesn't he? He uses left foot for once. Great cross. Good header.
Good, yeah, another good header. Troy Horry's got as well. It was.
He should have
I-
saved
I-
that.
really
He should have
well.
saved
He
that.
should have
He's well
saved
taken,
it,
though.
but he. I'm so used to him striking it like a fucking wet flannel, and then he went through.
Yeah, because it was wet.
I like how you
It,
looked at Matt
deflected.
whilst you were saying that.
I know, I was waiting for his
You know what I mean?
reaction.
Shaking with rage.
Yeah. But it was a good strike.
Yeah.
Should have been better. But.
Yeah, I said to you at half time, 5-1 here, calling it 5-1.
Yeah.
We were coasting. We were absolutely coasting.
I had a 5 round 4-1 Wolves. I thought he was coming in.
I knew that Braga would get back into it because I've seen
He's
Wolves play.
psychic.
Yeah.
Seen Wolves play before.
I don't know what happened. It was just weird. I thought
They
the game was
scored
done.
twice.
It was- yeah, I know. Yeah, but I just couldn't see it coming. Yeah, crazy.
Oh dear.
Wait, if people don't actually realise, I've got a soundboard here because I don't want people to think, why is there just random people?
No, we've got
laughing?
an
it's a
audience.
crowd.
That's
It's a
allowed.
crowd.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
Wolves fan
My
cast.
mum's up there.
Harry's
Give me a
mum,
lift,
yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, we've got quite a few here. It's great for him to come out and
Yeah,
support the
cheers.
boys.
Come out and sit in this little recording studio in
yeah.
Birmingham. Yeah, lovely. It was pretty disappointing though that we
Definitely.
If you'd have offered me a point before the game, I'd have taken that.
I would
But to be 3-1 up and to give it away was very, very disappointing. Really.
I think it. Obviously, chucking away a 2-goal lead is disappointing, but I think because a point qualified us,
Yeah.
I don't think that didn't really take much away from it. People are.
they were buzzing though,
Yeah,
weren't they? Braga,
yeah,
they
yeah.
loved. They were. I think
Yeah.
they knew how big a result it was.
they'll
but-
win their next game. They won't. I think they
Yeah.
knew that, so
Yeah.
they'll be top.
They
Yeah,
should.
'cause
They should win the
The
group.
thing,
They're quite a good side though,
I think we should
especially
have beaten Molyneux.
offensively.
We were too cautious at Molyneux, wasn't it? It was just after we'd lost to
Well-
Chelsea and we were playing 5-3-2 and it was really negative.
Do you
and
reckon we
slow.
should have played 4 at the back?
No, I think we should have played
Well, if you-
3-4-3. That seems to be working at the moment.
You think back, Tom? Catrone missed 2 sitters that
Yeah.
game, remember? And then Bennett messed
Bennett,
up, didn't he?
yeah.
So.
Of course he did. Classic Bennett.
Classic.
And now we will move on to the game. We are recording currently on Sunday, right after the game against Sheffield United. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about that. A disastrous start for Wolves, going 1-0 down. Lise Mousset scoring her first minute goal, and then Matt Doherty equalising in the end in the second half. Harry, what do you reckon about this game? It's a strange one, I think. I don't think either side did enough to win the game, but it seemed to be a bit sloppy by both teams,
Well, it
really.
was 2 teams in good form, obviously, and Sheffield United, the way they set up, to be fair to them, was good. They were dirty. The ref had a nightmare. Like, you give out
He
more
was-
bookings.
he had
and,
the shocking, didn't he?
yeah, so, but they set up really well, and to go 1-0 down, I thought, oh, God, here we go. But we grew into it second half, didn't we? Like, we got better and
Much
better and
better,
better.
yeah.
And in the end, we probably could have won it, but
Yeah.
you think back to the amount of chances, though, that Sheffield United had, I thought we looked quite shaky at the back, I thought, at times.
The thing is,
We
though,
were struggling.
they look good on the ball, but I actually think as my belly's rumbling, I don't actually think they had that many
No.
chances in themselves. They
It
looked
was-
okay going forward.
Is it
but-
McGoldrick? McGoldrick?
Yeah.
He went through a few times, didn't he? And like,
Second half, he forced 2 good
yeah,
saves from
yeah.
Patricia.
So
I
they could
think-
have had more.
I think Chris Wilder settled up for the draw there anyway. I mean,
Oh,
when you-
right.
They were-
Fifth
Did they
minute,
celebrate?
Oh,
time
wasting
wasting.
times, yeah.
The Sheffield United fans at the full-time whistle went mad.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they were
yeah,
celebrating
yeah.
So they won the
draw,
World
yeah.
Cup.
Yeah,
I
they were
thought
loving
that.
it.
It was a bit strange.
Yeah, I was surprised.
That just shows how far we've come, though. They
Yeah.
obviously
Oh,
see
yeah,
us
yeah.
as a big club and a big threat and an hard place to come. Where in reality, it's quite an easy place to come. we're actually quite good
We're
away
not
from
very
home,
good.
not great at home.
And on a Sunday, I've said this a few times, the atmosphere is always flat in it. It is.
It is.
Like, it's just the South Bank. I don't know what's happened
Everyone's
to them.
tired.
Probably going to get
Sunday.
paid for that, but it's just true.
Yeah, the South Bank has been poor.
Make a video about it, Harry.
I did when I was
thought
absolutely
home-
steaming
I
as
thought
well.
home form was good though.
We don't
Yeah,
lose.
it
We
is.
don't lose very many
Yeah,
games. We haven't
that's-
won in the league. I think we've
We got
2
spanked
games
by
we won in the
Chelsea,
league.
didn't we? But
Watford and Villa. I think that's
we
it.
scraped a few late draws, didn't we? Burnley.
Yeah, I mean, if you take all the draws that we've had, 8 more than anybody
Mad,
else in the
isn't it?
league.
Yeah.
If we'd have just beaten, thinking Southampton or Newcastle or today or Burnley or one of those games, we would genuinely be top
Top
4
four,
contenders. And
yeah.
this season, it's a little bit like the 15-16 season where it is up for grabs.
Yeah.
Liverpool have won the league already. City will finish top 4. Spurs might get top 4 because Mourinho will just ball the pants off everybody and
We've
get
just
there.
watched Leicester win last minute as well.
Leicester
Yeah.
have got a good chance. But there's such turmoil amongst United and Arsenal and Chelsea with Fat Frank. They can't guarantee that he's going to finish top 4. So why can't we, with our stable, behind the
Yeah.
scenes and everything, push for that top
And we've
4?
got a little break from the Europa League now after
Yeah.
the Besiktas, so
And
why not?
I think we're only 5 points away now after
6,
today's
yeah,
point.
6.
But we should have really been trying to win today. And
I
then
think we did though. Towards the end, we were going for it at the end to try and get
Yeah.
the win.
I think we actually played really well today.
Second half we did. First half was
First
awful.
half
I think if
shocking.
he took the first minute out of the game, I think we were the
First minute.
genuinely.
Yeah,
If we
no,
just
still-
took the first minute out, I think we played really well.
You're
Genuinely.
always going to make it hard for yourself when you concede in the first minute, though.
Do you know why I think we conceded in the first minute?
Still asleep.
Because we were playing that we changed ends. Because we were
What?
kicking towards the south bank first rather than the north bank.
Yeah.
Oh,
I genuinely thought, or my dad actually said,
I thought that was.
he said this is going to confuse them and they're going to start
Did we-
shakily. He said that, and then they conceded in the first
Did
minute.
we lose the toss or something?
They must have done because, like, we always when we go to Anfield and we win the toss, we make them
Yeah.
attack the cop first. It's and then as the game was going on, the first half, there was 15 minutes left of the first half, and I felt like we
Yeah.
had to score because we were going towards the south bank.
I'll be honest, I didn't even notice that. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's really
It's
I
the
know,
first time
so.
in years. I can't remember the last time because he always used to be
I
that
think
way.
the last time they did that was when McCarthy was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
Kenny Jackett changed it,
It
didn't
has
he? He
happened
swapped it around.
since, but yeah, I think
been very
you're
rare.
right. Yeah, it is very rare.
think
But I don't think
I mean, you can't blame
most
that for,
teams
for
choose to kick rather than swap sides, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just
I
different,
think today it was Wolves struggled to live with Sheffield United's energy levels. They were at every second ball they won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Yeah.
And perhaps they are a little bit hungover from Thursday. People say the professional athletes playing 2 games in a week shouldn't be an excuse. It's not an excuse until you come up against professional athletes who haven't played at all in the week.
Yeah.
So there is going to be a difference there. But I thought Sheffield United, in terms of how they play, were pretty poor. It was direct. It was running the channels. It was crap football, but it's so effective.
It's a bit like the Burnley game.
And
isn't
you
it?
look at like the goal kicks. They push everyone up.
He can kick the ball, can't he?
Oh,
mate, he had a ping
launch
on
on
him,
him.
didn't he?
They pack that midfield out. Literally, all the players were probably a 10 metre radius of each
Yeah.
other because they know they're going to win that second ball and they can
They won that so much. The second
Yeah.
ball fell to him so
And
much.
like-
we struggled to match their energy levels.
Every
Yeah.
time like Traore was running down the wing as well, he had like 3 blokes on him every time. He did well to take him on, obviously, and got a few balls in, but mad.
They remind me a lot of when Wigan first came up or when Blackpool first came up, and they've got that. Oh my God! I can't believe we're in the Premier League. Let's just run like mad all the time, and they are getting tired in games. That's why they threw away a lead against Man United last week. They obviously got tired today. Throughout the last 20 minutes, they were really jaded, and that's when we were getting better and better. And that's why we are. That's why we score so many late goals because we are so fit and we can keep on going.
The experience.
And we
so
play
on,
the
right?
same in the first minute as we do in the 90th
If you
minute.
think as well, I think you said about us like playing in Europe. Our results after playing in Europe are really good.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know,
we've
like,
lost,
we won
have
away
we?
at Man City. We've had a few obviously draws in there, but I'm not too
I agree.
concerned with that.
Have you like on paper? You look at Sheffield United's team, and it's crap.
Yeah.
Well, their strikers they started today, David McGoldrick.
Who would you take out of that team and put in Wolves?
David McGoldrick got me in Football Manager.
He
Burton,
was a baller.
Burton Albion from League 2 to the Premier League, and
I
he
had
was
him,
my go-to
I think
striker.
I had him at Ipswich, and he was a
Yeah,
baller.
he's class.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
We did struggle to match them for their energy because they are Mick McCarthy would absolutely adore that team.
Put a shift in.
They all put a shift in. You know they're grafters and
Yeah.
Was Stearman on the bench?
No, he wasn't.
No.
I
Stearman
still
was-
I forgot he played for him.
He's still hammered, isn't he? From
Well,
being
he's-
promoted.
Imagine if
promotion.
Leon Clark came on as well.
Oh,
man, yeah.
I'd love to.
Bloody hell.
But I think something that speaks volumes today is we were chasing the game, and not once did Nuno turn to the bench.
That
Yeah,
was strange.
You don't like subs
It's a
anymore.
message to the board.
I would have brought Neto on.
Our
for
bench does
Jota.
look weak though, doesn't it?
I did call for Neto as well.
Yeah.
Like, the
It
guy
just
next to me
needed-
was saying bring Catroni on. I thought, who for? You're not going
The
to.
thing
Jota
is,
struggled. Jota
there's-
struggled.
He was poor today.
Even though when Jota's being poor, Jimenez was okay, not up to the standards he has
Yeah.
been the previous weeks. There's no one on that bench you can bring on that is better than them, even when they're playing poorly. If you'd brought Neto on, he probably wouldn't have done more than
No, he
Jota.
wouldn't have.
Catroni wouldn't have done more than Jimenez. No. It's a bit concerning, and I think they will need to strengthen in January. And if Nuno does stay, then when Nuno stays, they will chuck the checkbook.
He was
at him.
waving goodbye at the end, though, wasn't he? He was clapping every stand.
I
saying
was
a bit,
genuinely-
lads.
I was really
I was
worried
thinking,
about
oh no.
I don't think he'll go.
Nah, no.
He'd be mad too.
I was
He would
worried
be
at
mad.
one point because, like you say, no smoke without fire. When he's favourite, I'm thinking, oh god, but gutted.
We've edited that bit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Oh, have you? Oh, sorry. Yeah, a bit of interesting chat before this.
No, but I don't think he'll go. But it does speak volumes that we could have gone to the bench today and brought Neto on or Catroni.
Or Lee Cundle.
Who was the little white lad? He looked like
Cundle.
10. Was that Lee
He
Cundle?
played.
Luke
Cundle.
Cundle.
Oh, sorry.
Leak.
You think Lee
He
Trundle?
genuinely.
Lee
looked-
Trundle.
What a legend he is.
He could have been one of your students. He looked that young.
Well, I saw him play for the under 23s the other week against PSG, and one of the kids said after the game, they said he looked like he could be in our class.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's tiny, but he was decent
Good player.
player.
I
Decent
think
player.
he came on against Villa, didn't he?
Centre mid.
How is he?
I think he came on against
Uh,
I can't remember.
He played.
No,
He
no, no,
played
no,
in
no,
Reading. Yeah, he played in the
Reading.
Reading game. Yeah.
Tell you who I'm really excited about, that Owen
Otasawi.
Otasawi.
Oh, yeah, he was on the bench
He
at
was
Braga.
brilliant against
Yeah.
PSG.
And today he's on the bench
Was he
again
again
today,
today?
He's an absolute
Big
unit.
lad. Yeah.
He's a big
Well,
old
Is
boy.
he the wing back or
No,
centre
he
back?
played centre half against PSG,
But
but
he-
if I'm correct, he's played centre mid as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's predominantly a midfielder, but they've started using him as a centre back, so it sort of works.
It's a bit
with
like
the ball
Dendoncker.
playing.
We haven't.
Yeah.
He's very mobile. Very,
His
very mobile.
contract's up at the end of the year though, and apparently Arsenal, Liverpool,
Oh, I've
PSG
seen that,
want
yeah.
him.
We haven't spoken about the goal, the cross from Jimenez. unreal cross, wasn't it, for Doty's
Oh,
goal
for Doty's
today?
goal as
Yeah.
well.
And then the celebration.
Oh,
the
yeah.
armband.
Oh, that's brilliant, that. Because he's really good mates with
Yeah, the best
Benik,
mates,
isn't he?
yeah. Best
It's
mates.
good to hear people sing Benik name as well. 'cause
20th minute.
That
Yeah.
was
I
class.
think the way he left it, he left a bit under a cloud. There was rumours that he was already speaking with Stoke before Wolves had signed him, and that was one of the reasons why they let him go. But every time he played for Wolves, he did really well, and he scored lots of goals, lots of important goals, and to obviously hear that news today.
I loved
especially
Afobe.
so close to Christmas.
I loved
must be
Afobe when he was at
heartbreaking.
I had a phobia on the back of one of my shirts
Yeah, he was
when he
class.
first signed.
Well, that's
Them-
2015,
Oh.
beginning of 2015,
That attack.
until Easter was the best attacking football I'd seen.
Dicko Afobe Saka.
Oh man,
It's
Unreal.
magic.
They were
I
class.
remember going to Huddersfield and Tuesday, you were there as well, weren't you,
Yeah.
Dave? Was it a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night? And we had Van La
Tuesday.
Parra, Dicko, Afobe, Saka.
Fuck yeah, that was unbelievable.
We just had
man.
crap defence.
We tore them about 7 new arseholes.
Yeah.
It's the last time we
Oh, that was
ever-
the 4-0, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I remember that, yeah.
that's the
4-1,
last
I think it
time we
was,
ever
yeah.
played Huddersfield and actually got a decent.
Yeah.
we weren't there.
Yeah. Wait. Say again.
Just to,
The light blue one.
Last time we went to Huddersfield.
that's the last time we went to Huddersfield and got a decent result.
Top banter.
Love that. Freaking
You know who I thought was crap first half? Dendonka.
He was
Oh,
he was
man.
crap
He was
second half
struggling.
as
I
well.
thought he was going to get sent off
He made that
yeah,
foul, didn't he,
shocking.
early on when he lost the ball? They like hacked the player down. So,
in the first minute.
He plays some games. You look like he's just got out of bed.
Yeah.
He's so like dopey.
Did anyone see that? Someone put on Twitter of like a lizard running across the desert.
yeah, it's a joke.
Then Donker when he gets called to come on.
Did any of you see how the referee ran as well? Proper like full pelt.
He was terrible today. He should have been
David
sent off
Coote.
for-
David Coote. Yeah.
Usually I
loves his
support the
whistle.
referees, but he was awful today. They,
How
they
many
should have
bookings?
had George Baldock should have been sent
Yeah.
off.
How was he not sent off for that?
It was insane
He
that
Was
he
that,
didn't get
was
sent off.
that what VAR were checking?
No, because
I
you
don't
can't
know.
you can't check
That's
that
what
unless
I
they
thought.
gave a red card.
That's what I thought, but then it said checking red card.
Yeah.
because you
No,
can't check double.
it didn't. No, it didn't
On
say
the
check.
screen.
Did
No,
it?
Yeah, it did.
I did.
No.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
it
Yeah.
did, it did.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
There's a
then
couple of
obviously there
penalty-
were two penalty shouts as
Oh,
well.
this really annoys
Oh.
me because neither one of them. Well, the second one, Jota was offside.
He was
anyway,
offside.
so
Why'd they
I
check
think
that?
that's
Why'd they
that's
check
why
that?
that's what they were.
That's why I
They
don't
were
get
checking
as
whether he was
Apparently
offside.
it was.
Yeah.
Apparently it was a penalty though.
Yeah.
Like it was stone
Yeah.
wall,
But he was
obviously, 'cause he was
offside.
Yeah,
offside.
fair enough. That's
didn't
fine.
know, did
The
he?
first
But I
one
thought
though.
you couldn't check if the ref's blown the whistle that
No,
he's
the
offside.
ref.
No, he didn't blow his whistle
He
this
did blow
time.
his whistle.
Did he
That's
not?
what we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
That's
The
the
linesman did his
protocol.
old-
They can't. They shouldn't blow the whistle until the phase
Oh, I
has
get you.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one annoyed me because nobody in the ground shouted for a penalty. Nobody in the South Bank called for a penalty. No player put their hand up for a penalty. Yet we have to stop the game and look at a screen that says checking
It
penalty.
takes ages as well.
I didn't know. We didn't know if it was for a handball or for a push on Doherty or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It really, really frustrates me. VAR.
Didn't we
still.
get a penalty check as well down the South Bank end?
Jota, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a penalty check as well, didn't
Yeah,
we?
first half.
And I was
That's
like,
what
I was
it
like,
was.
are
Set
we
piece.
are we checking for a penalty for them,
Yeah.
penalty for
So
us?
I
I
didn't
didn't
meant
have.
to show it on the screen or tell us
I
what's
know.
I
going
didn't have a
on.
Scooby. I didn't have a clue what was going on.
It's just
Well, we
joking.
could- we
It's
could
so
talk for
bad.
it.
VAR. It's like ruining it.
Probably a reason that he's only refereed 10 games this season.
I was going to ring Robbie Savage again after the game.
we still haven't had anything go for us in terms of VAR.
Even
So, which either means that the second half of the season we're going to get
loads.
6 points given to us because of
even
VAR.
the Neves goal against Man United when
I
they checked
know.
that, if they would have ruled that out, I would have gone mental.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd have phoned Robbie Savage. again,
Yeah, I'd
wouldn't
have phoned Robbie Savage again.
VAR. Right then, we will now move on. We'll quickly talk about the fixtures upcoming as well. So obviously another draw, continuing the unbeaten run in the Premier League, and now it's a pretty busy December schedule. So Wolves will play West Ham midweek, Brighton next week, Besiktas in our final Europa League group game, and then going into a busy Christmas period, Spurs, Norwich, City, Liverpool, and then Watford in New Year as well. So a pretty hefty month. But lads, I mean, in terms of the next, let's say 2 games, West Ham and Brighton, 4 to 6 points.
If you look at them in isolation, we should win both of those
Yeah.
games. But
it's Wolves.
it's Wolves and it's in a series of games, and I think if we took 4 points, I'd be pretty happy.
I
with
think
that.
people have written West Ham off, but
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
think
going to
they
be a
could.
really tough
Well, they
game,
won, didn't they?
especially against they won
Yeah, they beat
Chelsea.
Chelsea,
You know,
yeah.
they're going to be full of confidence.
Yeah.
I just hope the West Ham from last season turn up because they were crap.
Yeah, we turned them over, didn't
Oh,
we?
we battered them, yeah. That was one of our best performances I
Yeah.
thought last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think West Ham's going to be a really tough game. They're going to be G'd up after the Chelsea win, and Brighton as well under Harry Potter.
Yeah,
they've really turned a corner, and they've given him a 5 or 6 year deal.
Yeah.
Screams Van Pardew.
I went to that last year and we absolutely battered them. I remember we lost 1-0. Like, how we didn't score
Glenn
that
Murray
day.
deflection.
I think they're both going to be tough tests. The Amex is a tough place to go. So 4 points is realistic, and I think reasonable.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. It doesn't matter how they come, whether it's a point at home or 3 points away. But yeah, I'd say 4 points. But after that, we could have range from anything to 0 points.
I mean, if we don't lose one of them, what's that? We're going to be 11 unbeaten, and we're in the Prem, which is crazy. I know we've had a lot of draws in there, but it's some achievement with the Europa
It's
League as well.
a quarter of the season.
Yeah,
9 games
mad.
is a huge
really
chunk.
hard to beat.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Really
We
hard to beat,
we always
but-
stay in games, even when we're not playing particularly well. If we're just 1-0 down going into the last 20 minutes, you feel like we've got a chance of getting at least a point.
We get better and better, don't we, as the second half goes on, like today.
It's a bit strange though this season because we're having really good 45-minute performances, and it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's
not always the first or second half, is it?
It started the season where first half be terrible, second half be great, and then not taking Sheffield United into account, the past 4 or 5 games, the first half's been great, second half's been a bag of shite. So,
But it's what Nuno always said. I think we mentioned it last time that the whole thing that he keeps saying is that we can play well for spells, but we need to be able to play well for 90 minutes, and we're not at that level yet.
we're working towards it. It's what you said, isn't it?
And we're getting closer because it's not just a 45 minutes and then the second half. There's a little crossover, about an hour. I say we play well for now, but it's when we do play well for 90 minutes, I think we'll blow
it's
somebody
getting
away.
there. I think it's getting there, but West Ham and Brighton are going to be tough games, and no gimmies by any stretch of the imagination.
It's on Amazon Prime, isn't it, West Ham?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You can
I
get
think
half
that's why
past 7.
that must be why it's
It's
kicking off
weird,
half
isn't it?
seven.
When
You can get,
7.
You can get 3 months of Prime now for £10 if anyone's arse.
'Cause
So if you
there's-
want to watch the Christmas games.
Is it Liverpool? Is it Liverpool away on it?
Man City.
City at home?
City.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I think there's another. Is there another one later in the season as well that they haven't announced yet?
They're going to take over Amazon in a few years. I think they'll have loads of games.
No,
really
it's
do.
such a weird
I know.
setup, isn't it?
It's like DAZN in the boxing, isn't it? Like streaming service.
Yeah, but they haven't got a clue about boxing.
No,
it's just
no.
numbers, isn't it? For them?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
that's
same
topic
with
for
Amazon.
another podcast.
No, yeah.
So, no, it's daft.
Right, I know you were talking about Nuno earlier. There was a report today that if Nuno were to leave, Wolves' number 1 target would be
Roberto Martinez.
Giggsy. Give it Giggsy to this.
Give it Giggsy.
Got the job on a technicality.
warm yourselves up for this one.
Pochettino.
Chris Iwelumo.
Sabri Lamucci from Nottingham Forest.
I've never heard of him. Is he good?
Is he?
What,
is
the
he- is he
current
a
Forest manager?
Yeah, current Forest.
Is he a
manager.
Mendes boy?
Oh man, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Do you think Pochettino would go to Wolves? Or are we too small?
I don't know. Well, Spurs were a bit of a project, weren't they?
Yeah.
When he took them on,
He ain't going anyway. We don't worry about it. Nuno staying.
Oh,
I would have Poch.
would you have Emery?
No.
Good evening.
Oh, it was a bit cruel towards the end when the reporters were saying,
That was
"Good evening, Unai. You've not had a good evening."
That was ridiculous. That was. It's such a like.
Yeah.
He's attempted to learn the language.
Yeah.
And he can probably say good evening in 5 different languages. And
Exactly.
what
They
can you
soon,
do? It was very distasteful.
The
I didn't
press
like
soon
that.
slate managers when they don't try and speak English, don't they? So he's trying, and then they do that. It's a bit
It's
harsh.
like so obvious though, and he's still done the interview with him. And it's like,
Yeah.
let's have a bit of decorum because
I'd
he's
have
giving
walked
you. He
off
doesn't
for
have to give the interview. You can send someone else.
Mm.
So it's one of them. I'm sure he's feeling dead proud of himself. That journalist anyway. So
Cheers, Jeff.
he should be able to run this one off.
We've quickly got a question. It was off Andy Hipkins.
I saw him today actually.
He of course, a big follower of the academy teams, but he says with our squad selection today, especially obviously with the numbers on the bench, does this show a lack of first team squad depth? I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that was the concern, wasn't it? Going into it, small squad, but Nuno likes small squads, and if we've got a few more injuries, not just Bolly, we're really struggling, aren't we? I think January, maybe we always say this, don't we? We
Yeah.
need to get a defender, we need to get another striker, and blah blah
Well,
blah, and it never
Ruben,
happens.
Ruben Diaz has now
Yeah,
got a new
100
contract.
million,
100
innit?
million.
100
So
million.
that takes some
that means
January
that
spend.
All it is though is that the Portuguese clubs are ready to sell them. They just want more money
Yeah, I
for them now.
suppose,
So
yeah.
I
same
still
with
think
Bruno
we'll
Fernandes.
go after that Benoit Badiashile at Monaco.
Buddy Shield, the big tank,
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah, he's absolutely massive. And he's a young lad as well, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what they'll go. They'll go for top league players that are young still.
Yeah.
That got
Well, we've got to assume, like you said, Vallejo's going to go back, and
possibly.
He's got to go back. He's got to go back.
I'm absolutely devastated about that.
Oh, and
Who,
me.
who's better, Tom? Cody or Vallejo? The lesser two
I
evils.
prefer not to speak.
If I speak, the comment section's in trouble.
No, it's all right. I'm only here for the comments. We're only here for.
What has
You
happened
can't
to
say-
that?
Oh, you actually want me? You want me to answer?
Yeah.
You got a poem for us, Tom? Just
Yeah.
about out there.
Cody is better than Vallejo.
Controversial.
Decision. Yeah.
Just toned it down a bit. This
But yeah, I mean, it is pretty obvious that we need. No disrespect to the under-23 team, but two of their players on the bench today.
Yeah.
The fact that Nuno didn't make any changes, I think that speaks for itself.
volumes,
There's not enough quality in the areas that he needs to bring it on.
All this. You all right, lads? It's like Batsy Dogs on
Doctor's waiting room.
The Phoenix.
All this stuff about Nuno going to Arsenal and the fact that he didn't make any subs and that he's putting under 23 players on the bench could be, right, Jeff, I need some money desperately. And the story that came out just after the summer transfer window where it was Wolves didn't know whether they were going to be in the Europa League, so they weren't going to invest.
Yeah.
We know definitely we're going to be playing at least 2 more games, and you would hope 4, maybe 8 more games to get to at least the quarterfinals. So give me another 2 first-class
if we get
players.
through this in the last 16,
If we get through that
in the last 8, if you beat that, you're in the last
The
4, and then you actually get to the final. After
Yeah, it's the
That's
last 2.
mad,
Isn't it?
that.
it's mad. Isn't it?
If you do watch the
Nah, on our fan cam, someone did that.
bless him.
Did they?
It's because if we win this now in the last 16, and then we win the last
I was
day.
looking at Dave. I was like,
Oh yeah.
8.
And then his mate would go, he's good at maths, you know.
I did.
Yeah, he's
I
a
did
chartered
go to
accountant.
I went to watch it on my phone. There was no audio.
Are you on have you got an Android?
Oh, an Android.
I think
yeah.
it's Android, mate. I think it's
we
Android.
banned Android users.
It's probably the best
actually.
video you've done for a while.
Right, with no sound.
No sound, yeah. I was just watching it.
Hey, come on, Dave, hit the button.
Yes.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, Harry's mum.
Fantastic.
The crowd there.
Mum, 20 minutes. I'll be back. Yeah.
Is there
Your
any
tea's ready.
ice cream in the interval?
If there was any positions that you free position, well, that's a bit broad, isn't it? But any positions that
All
you
the
like,
positions.
I'm offering odds on Tom saying sweeper.
Yeah. I think we need wingers.
Yeah, I agree.
The fact that we've changed formation now.
Yeah.
I said on our review after Braga, I think Pedro Neto he's
Young.
He's got potential. But he's too raw. He's not good enough, I don't think, at the moment to be
Yeah.
just coming straight on as a
Can
straight
we
swap.
call Cavallero back or not?
No, because he's got an option to buy.
It's not an obligation, though, is it?
No,
I think
but
we
can't
can.
we can't recall him because they've got an option.
I'd have
probably-
kept him.
He's
I'd have
doing
kept
well, isn't he?
Cavallero,
Yeah.
They've
I'd have
probably
kept
paid
him.
a fee as well, haven't they, up front? So when they pay
Yeah.
a fee, it's usually you can't recall them.
Yeah.
No, he's not good enough to warrant calling back.
Oh, I disagree. I like
That's
him.
I
fine.
think he's in.
No, I think we should
Agree
be
with me.
we should be getting a better quality of player. But I think with the current state of the squad now, I would have him. But
Yeah.
long term, for me, we'd have him for half a season, and then I'd want to see someone better.
He could do
coming in,
both as well. He could play on the wing, and he weren't too bad through like the middle. If you when you played there,
We just want better cover, and cover that will challenge the first team. Because, all right, I slag Cody off, right, sometimes, but he's got nobody really who can challenge him for that position. Dendonka maybe could. Bennett has played there when Cody hasn't, but I mean he's not going to pressure Cody for his position, is he? So it's just that's all I want is good competition in the squad. Right wing back, we haven't got any competition. Right wing, left wing, I wouldn't say we have got any competition.
Jeremy Corbyn and Morrison.
Yeah. Did you listen to the Mark Kennedy podcast? Oh, God,
I haven't listened to it yet. No.
Sorry for promoting another podcast.
That's all right. don't
But
worry.
yeah, he said that literally
cut
went
this
towards the
bit
end.
out,
So he talks about the 77. Can we just turn his mic off?
77 good.
Yeah.
No,
Harry,
he said that.
Which number was your mic, Harry?
Yeah, number 4. He begged
Serious.
he begged Dave Jones to bring in another left winger because he said it got to the point where he had no challenge and he just couldn't get motivated. He said he was just playing rubbish, but he didn't care because he knew he was always going to be on the
I
first
think
team
I
sheet.
think
That's
I
mad.
tweeted
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago like you can have a player like I think it was with Vallejo and Bennett. You can play 2 games in a row, play really poorly, but it doesn't matter because you'll still be in the team because there's no one else knocking on the
Yeah.
door behind you. And I think Bennett's days at Wolves are numbered. I know he's had that injury, and
Something
this
happened,
isn't me
didn't
hounding him again before we get
No.
to the comments, but I genuinely do think that.
It's alright to slag Bennett off, innit? Just not Cody.
No, well, but Cody's doing well, so
He's okay.
Something weren't right when he got dropped out the blue, didn't he? Something weren't right. It was
Yeah,
the
that's
Everton
right.
game.
Yeah. Out the
Something
squad
happened.
Didn't he
altogether.
question Nuno?
yeah.
Yeah, something ain't right there. And Nuno's ruthless, isn't he?
Yeah.
If you annoy him, you
Barry
can't.
Douglas.
Yeah, see in a bit.
Douglas' attitude is terrible, apparently. But yeah, I do think his days are numbered. The injury hasn't helped, but if you look at
It's a
it,
shame. He's been a good servant of the last 3 years.
Oh mate, he's overachieved for us. Like when we signed him.
What?
Yeah, he's,
no, I agree.
he's exceeded my
For
expectations.
free?
We brought him in on a free.
Yeah.
He's done well. We should be looking at better.
I think
That's all my point
we
is.
could get a decent fee for him as well.
How much?
How old is he?
I was going to say 5 million.
How much?
How much?
No, wait, what?
You should have had that on your soundboard.
Well,
How much?
let's see what the pink one is. I reckon that's how much. No, maybe not. How much?
Looky, you like?
I think.
There'll be clips again.
Yeah. I think John Ruddy as well. What is he? I think John Ruddy will be gone in January as well.
Oh, not in January. Not in January.
I reckon he will as well.
John
Because
Ruddy's awful.
Will Norris will come back and John Ruddy will go.
John Ruddy.
I can't
Against
believe.
Villa in the cup.
Oh man,
You are?
yeah.
Ruddy against Villa in the cup, that first goal.
Yeah, he's.
He had like a
And a
floppy
second goal.
wrist. And
He's-
going.
Roy Vita wrists.
Yeah, his hand should come with mango chutney and then salad
I mean,
because they are fire just straight pop.
he has had some good moments for us, but the amount of mistakes he's made over the years, like it's been crazy. But I don't want to be too harsh on him because if he met me, he'd probably knock me out. So yeah,
He's lovely as well.
He's not one out.
yeah, he's not one out, yeah.
Right.
Dudumch.
We're going to move on to the main part of the podcast, although it's towards the end.
Yeah, we do that to get him listening,
We're
get him
keeping
engaged.
listening, oh, this is the top. I mean, Harry's got his written.
He's got his vows here.
Right, we're going to be talking about our team of the decade, but like you may have seen on one of our videos this week, and you may have seen on our Twitter, we're doing it with a plot twist. However, someone did moan about this to me on Twitter, so we're doing it a team of the year.
Who was it?
However, I can't remember.
Stupid idea. Whose idea was it?
However, you cannot select any players of the current team because it's going to be pretty obvious that the team of the
would be,
decade
yeah.
is going to be full of the current crop. So someone said, "Well, it's not the team of the decade, then, is it?" I was there like, and then I put the Alan from Hangover gif with all the dickhead. You know, it's a bit of
No,
fun.
to be fair, if anyone picks, we do a team in a decade.
Dickhead.
Team in a decade. If we do a team in a decade, and it's not the 11 we put out today.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you're full of shit.
Apart from Dave Edwards gets in above Moutinho.
Oh, please just leave. Get out.
Mine's gonna be controversial, I think.
Okay, Harry, we'll start off with
Should
you.
we
Then.
start? Don't look.
Yeah, we'll do play.
On your weekly planner.
Play. Oh, so this is Harry's team of the decade with no current Wolves players.
Right.
Do it player by
what
player.
I will
and
say
we'll
is
say
a
yes
few
or
of
no.
these picks are not on ability there, but my love for them.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
fine.
So in goal, Carla Keamy.
Yeah, I think that'll be a
Right back, Kevin Foley.
Okay.
Ooh,
When we got promoted,
for
he was
this-
player of the, he won player of the year when
But
we
that
got
was
promoted.
That was
2009, that
2009.
counts.
That's not in this decade.
2009, not 2019, 10 years.
No,
The decade's 2010 to 19.
You've
had a
You've had a stinker.
He
Yeah,
did
but he
well.
wasn't the best right back in that
Are
time.
you joking? Foley was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but not in 2010.
A lot of people did pick him, so I'll give you that.
Yeah,
But-
well, he was here in
But Tom is
2010.
right. Tom is right,
He
though.
played for us in 2010.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not wrong, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
the.
Okay, well, I'll have him.
2009. It's 2019. That's 10 years ago. That's a decade. I don't think you
Joe-
quite grasped it.
Jody-
That's what I tweeted.
All right, this is the
It's
one.
strange to see what people think a decade is because they were
Yeah,
picking like
yeah.
Matt Murray and people like
Someone
that.
had Kevin Muscat and Steve Bull.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Do you know what I mean?
Someone commented
Dugan.
on the Facebook. They gave us a team. 1-0. They gave us a team, and there was out of the 11, there was one player who played for the last 10 years.
So, right, shall I carry on? Jody
That's
Craddock.
Facebook.
let's pause there. Jody Craddock. Loads of people have said this. He played 16 times.
In this decade.
Okay.
And then
so-
you're off to a good start. You've got one player.
Harry, I knew you would put it because I said it. Everyone was putting it in their team, so I googled it.
I'll shoehorn Bath in there then instead. Don't even-
No, well,
No,
I'll let Craddock is okay because the second half of that first Premier League season, he was
Yeah,
immense.
class.
Remember everybody going to Portsmouth with the bandages on their head last
Yeah.
away game of the season? I think that's
next
fair
up
enough.
Odd
is
behaviour.
purely just because of his goal away at Liverpool's Richard Stearman. He served us well.
That's a
didn't he?
popular choice. Yeah.
League One, man. He
Fear
was
the
class as
beard.
well.
Love that.
Yeah. Left back.
What
Mate
formation are you
Douglas.
playing?
Well, it was a 4-4-2 because I had to squeeze someone in. It's more of like a 4-3-1-2.
Fluid.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, like a Christmas tree.
So, Barry Douglas left back.
But Barry
yeah,
Douglas,
so
he was
that's
good,
a given,
man.
I think.
Yeah. Right wing, Jarvis.
Okay.
Is that right?
Swap wings, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Decade. See, I went a bit
Decade.
weird here. So, like, deep midfield. This is going to be
Segundo
really
Castillo?
Midfield.
Segundo.
This is going to be a controversial one. I just love this bloke. He worked hard, man.
Wait,
Dave
can we
Edwards.
guess? Oh,
Dave-
Dave
sorry,
Edwards.
yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Dave Edwards.
Yeah,
You can't.
He's the captain
He's,
of my
he's
team.
worked great. He scored so many important goals. Left wing, Sacco.
Okay, yeah, it's got to be.
So I had to squeeze this one in because I had to put him in there. So he's kind of like in the number 10 role, Kitely. I couldn't leave Kitely out.
Okay.
This decade. He barely played.
He's only played.
Well, you
I'll
gotta
give it
remember.
Harry.
You gotta remember, I thought it was 2009.
gotta
And up
remember
front,
it was a
this
bit
one,
He
No,
barely
so-
played in that year.
up front, also like Costa Kavanagh, I could have had them. I can't believe they missed out, and I could have had Kevin McDonald up front because he's my favourite ever Wolves player, Ebanks Blake.
Yeah, I thought about putting Ebanks Blake, but his
Yeah.
best days were.
And the last
In the
one
previous
was
decade.
a massive torn between three players.
Fletcher and
Doyle,
Afobe.
Afobe, and Fletcher. I didn't know which one to pick, but I've gone with Doyle.
Ooh.
He works hard
The
on a one-arm
workhorse,
bricklayer. That. So there we go.
I reckon
that's
Mick McCarthy would like that team, wouldn't he?
That
Yeah.
team would go down.
Yeah, I like hard workers. I like hard workers. If you work hard, you're halfway there.
From which
for me.
division?
Go on, Tom. Hit us up with yours.
Right.
Let's see who you picked
we
in this
go.
decade. Let's dissect Tom's team.
David Woods.
All the Welsh players.
In
It is
goal.
genuinely
We've
more.
got Sam Vokes up
Yeah.
top.
Sam Vokes, yeah, boys.
Wayne
Akimi
Hennessy.
in goal.
Yep.
Douglas left back. Sam Ricketts
Oh, good
Good
shout.
great shout.
Good shout.
Right back.
as
or centre back?
captain as well, centre back.
Oh, centre back.
He played
Okay.
both, didn't he? Right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably better right back.
Now the next two is a very particular moment because they weren't very good for very long. But Courtney Hawes and Dominic and Iorfa
Oh,
in
what a shout.
2015, well, end of
House was
2014-15.
class that time.
When they first came into the team, they were insane. How good they
We were
were.
all saying these two boys
They
are
played
going
for
to play
England.
for England.
Yeah.
Iorfa,
Where are they
man,
now?
what a shout.
Yeah.
Iorfa's actually doing all right, Sheffield Wednesday.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally disagree with that, but carry on.
My midfield three: K Mac,
Yeah.
Jack Price.
Jack
Oh,
Price,
what a shout.
the Sherlock, and what do you call him? Sherlock and Moriarty. Not Moriarty, the other one.
Don't know, move on.
Anyway, yeah. No, and he's Watson.
Yeah,
Watson. Yeah, they play when Price played.
Who's your
Kevin
next
McDonald
midfielder?
played better. It's Dave Edwards.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got to have Dave Edwards in. He played the whole decade, didn't he?
No, because he
No,
didn't play now, does he?
No. I don't know what decade is.
oh,
Decade?
your
I don't know what
decade.
decade is.
It's a 10-year period from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2009 does count.
No, because the
2010 to 2020, basically.
Ah. All right, carry on.
Right, front three of Sacco, Costa, Cavallero.
No, Ebanks Blake.
Well, no, because it's from this decade.
Who's your striker?
Well, they're fluid. They're all interchanging.
You know,
I just went for pace and.
Stephen Fletcher not make that team.
No, I didn't like Fletcher.
Oh my God. Heads
No.
gone. Hashtag heads gone.
Didn't like him.
He's,
Yeah,
the,
for
he's
that.
the best striker and best header of the ball since Andy Gray.
Andy Gray.
There was a video. I can't remember. It was ages ago. I seen it on YouTube. It was like, he's our best striker since Bully. I haven't seen someone head the ball like that since Andy Gray.
He did score a lot of headers, though, didn't he?
He
I
probably
remember.
was at the time the best striker we've had since Buller. I think that's fair.
No, I think Ebanks
Ebanks
was better
Blake.
than Fletcher.
No.
Ebanks Blake struggled in the Prem.
Oh,
He did.
Yeah,
Fletcher
well, Bully
technic-
never played in the Prem, so we can't compare.
Fletcher technically was superb.
I remember we signed Frank Newell. I thought, here we go.
Clack.
They do Steve Balls here.
Clack.
And that's an early shout for
Did
worst
any
player.
of you have what was that app called? And he used to always argue with Frank Clack.
Twitter?
Oh, what was it called? Move on. I can't remember, but it was a funny app. Keek.
Yeah.
Keek, yeah.
He was on that a lot. Him and another place. I've
Frimpong?
top banter on there.
David Davies.
Could be. And Stearman. Anyway, move on. I don't know where that come from.
Go on, Matt.
In goal, we've got Carly Keemuck.
Yeah,
We-
it's a full house.
Yep. Left back, Barry Douglas.
Yeah.
Copy of me. Yeah.
Two centre halves are Jody Craddock and Richard Stearman.
Jody Craddock, come
Did
on.
you
man.
read my sheet?
Is there an echo in this room?
Yeah.
No, because I know what a decade is. Just can't say it. Right back, I've gone with Ronald Zubar.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah.
Great shout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Goal
Um,
West Ham.
Left wing,
Yeah,
I'm
great
going
goal.
with
in
Joe.
this decade.
So wait, Zubar though, I've seen people put him in their worst team,
Rubbish.
which is crazy. Yeah.
They do not know. I don't know. Go on.
You don't know how we play. This is not. This
We
is
do not
numbers,
play
not
with
football.
Don't know.
Left wing, I've gone Jarvis.
Yeah.
In the middle, who is a player who I think could probably still do a job for us now, was Kevin McDonald. Thought he was
Class. He was
brilliant.
class.
Brilliant.
You
player.
think Kevin McDonald could play in this current team?
Yeah,
No, he'd do a job for us if he brought him in.
No, I don't.
I thought that about Joe Allen recently as well. I'd have him in the Wolves.
We were in
The Welsh
yeah,
savvy.
The Welsh lad.
This one was hard for me. It was either Guidiora
Nice.
or Carl Emery.
What are you ordering?
Guidiora.
You know, I'm surprised
Yeah.
you hadn't mentioned
Then Amelia.
Milias.
No, he's
No
too
one?
slow.
No,
mate.
yeah.
He just
That's
had,
all.
he had a good left. He had a good left foot, but
Yeah.
he used to smoke 20 a day. So.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So,
I like Guidiora.
So I
lot of time for him.
Guidiara had a shot from everywhere.
He was class though.
So I picked Carl Henry because I actually thought he was very underrated.
Yeah.
He made us tick.
Yeah.
And he was actually really good in the Prem.
Yeah. Not the crab, was he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Side to side.
And then right wing, just to fit
Boris
him
Johnson.
in, I've got Sacco.
Yeah.
And then
Swap them round, Jarvis and Saka.
I'd probably say Sacco is, apart from this current era, he's probably, since we left the Prem, he's definitely our best player.
He was amazing. Like,
My two centre forwards are Stephen Fletcher and Sylvan Ebanks-Blake.
good team.
That'd stay up.
Yeah, probably. Dave Edwards would have kept him up if you'd have got him in there, though.
Yeah. He's on the bench and he grabbing a goal in the last
Edwards, no.
I probably my team probably echoes all of those really.
What is your team?
My team. No, I'd go with probably a Kimi in goal. I mean, Hennessy's there for a shout, but
He's the most overrated goalkeeper in the world.
For someone 6'7", he gets beat from distance of very.
He cannot jump.
No, you can't get a bloody Rizzle under
Good
his
at
feet.
kicking.
yeah,
good
So,
kick.
he's a goalkeeper.
yeah. So I'd probably, for that reason, I'd probably go with Thomas Kuszczak.
No, Kuszczak was
Kuszczak was good, yeah.
He was a
I know,
beast,
that's what I'm
wasn't
saying. Yeah. He could just parry it, mate. He didn't. He couldn't catch a cold. He just parries everything away.
Paul Parry.
Yeah. Akimi in goal. I'd go with Sam Ricketts right back.
A good shout. I forgot about
Barry Douglas, I think, is a cert for left back as well. Centre backs, I'd probably go with Danny Vartan Steven just because of the League One thing.
I was going to put Berra in one, you know.
I nearly said Berra as well,
I like
but I
Berra.
think he declined very quickly, I think, after the Premier League.
God, his pace was non-existent.
Where's he now?
You know
He's
what?
back at
I
Hearts.
thought Berra was quick.
Berra was
Genuinely-
the fastest player in our squad.
Yeah.
They used to do 100-metre sprint
That
tests, and he was
bodes
faster than
That
Jarvis.
bodes well.
But he just quick. He weren't quick
He
off the
loved the
mark.
German suplex on a corner though, didn't he?
It's got to be, again, Jarvis and Sacco. I think McDonald as well. He was unbelievable. The other centre mid.
Edwards, yeah.
We've got
I don't know, man.
Super Dave Edwards.
I want to say him, but I'll get slated.
Oh, God.
Dave Edwards.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
on.
Yeah, but who else is like
He's
genuinely?
yeah.
Who else is in there for a
this
shout?
for this decade, he's been the greatest servant for the club.
Yeah.
To stick with us when he could have easily gone to another
give me some-
championship team in League
Give me
One.
some names. Give me some-
Real Madrid.
10 goals in his last season for us.
Give me some names of central midfielders we've had since then that could even rival that.
George
It's not-
Saville.
bar the Premier League ones.
Lee
so
Evans.
Since then. Yeah, Lee Evans, George
yeah.
Saville.
Michael Jacobs, or was he more of a winger?
This exercise has only highlighted to me the amount of shit
Yeah,
we've had.
we've
the
had
But
past-
then,
bad.
doesn't it make you so happy that what we've got now?
It does, but how
And how
has
quick-
still got a job?
Because it was
nice
just
guy.
money, wasn't it? That we couldn't. Steve Morgan was one man by himself. If he would have had billions, Thelwa had all these records on Neves, and he'd have known all those players. But obviously, we couldn't buy them, and we got 10p.
Who's strikers?
I'd probably go
Sackbo.
Fletcher and a Phobie.
Oh, no Seb. He back like.
No, I think like Tom said, I think he just
Just
he was
thinks
shit in the
2009.
Prem. wasn't he?
Although he did play well in that season, we got relegated, and had he not broken his leg against
He
Blues,
couldn't really
we
get in
might
because
have-
Doyle was the man, wasn't he?
Mate, for a career that talk about a career that declined,
Oh.
Blake.
He's
After
not
Brexit,
that old,
though,
is he? Was he
right.
35 now? 34,
Probably even
35?
a little bit younger than that. Like he obviously left us, but he had his treatment with
Ipswich,
us, and when he
Ipswich.
recovered on tape, so it was at Shrewsbury, Chesterfield, I think.
Hereford.
Mate, he just jumps around all the
Hales
local-
Owen, he was at
Yeah.
as
He's
well.
playing for Walsall Wood recently.
Telford. Yeah,
He loves the beers.
He's a good lad, though,
He
isn't he?
loves the beers. Apparently, he just parties. all
That
the time.
season when we got promoted, I think I went to quite a lot of the away games that year, and every time I walked into the stadium, I was like, "Ebanks Blake will score today." He was just lethal. I
That goal
loved him,
against
man.
Charlton.
Did you hear about Mick McCarthy? What he said? He called him Stud.
Yeah.
He
stood there.
stood there.
He stood
and-
there
He'd always score.
Yeah.
He'd always score.
Yeah, but when
And Iwalumo was like,
And-
"Why
Andy
can't you play
Keogh, we
him?"
haven't mentioned either. Andy Keogh was not a very good player,
He
but
used to
he
get
tried
slated,
his
though.
heart out.
He used to get slated, didn't
Yeah.
he? Everyone would shout Freddie, trying to get
Yeah,
Freddie
Freddie
Eastman
Eastman,
over
man.
it, yeah?
Previous decades.
yeah,
Oh yeah, wrong
It
decade.
was
The
actually-
lads-
Wolves didn't exist until 2010.
I think it was
Well, that's the game. That's the real quiz.
at the Molyneux Sleep Out. There's the
Oh, did
is
you
it
go
the
to
lads
that?
from is it the lads from Wolfware? They were there. They play indoor football with Carl Henry. And
No
they
way.
said Ebanks Blake, because Carl Henry was there as well. They say Ebanks Blake comes down every now and then. I was, oh, is he class? He's like, yeah, like obviously for indoor football, he's
Unreal,
unbelievable.
yeah.
And he goes, but he never pays. Like he'll go and before he just fucks off.
They pay him.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the team of the decade.
Should we
boys.
rifle- go through the wor-
should we rifle through the worst one? I got one. right
Yeah,
now.
I've got a worse
really
team
quick.
as well.
Should we do the worst one then?
Yeah.
Go on
We're
then.
doing it as a separate video. Or...
Do it now. It won't take long. Will it?
Yeah.
Go on, Harry, you go first because I've
Go on,
got.
man.
Well, this one caused an absolute war when I said it before we started
Christ, this is
recording.
gonna-
Martinez
Yeah.
is my worst one. I just thought he was awful, but you liked him, didn't you?
Gotta be Lonergan, eh? It's got
I've
to
got
be
Yeah,
Lonergan.
that's right. I'll go with Martin. I'll stick with that.
God.
Right back, Vallejo.
Pardon me, sorry, I've got
I knew that would cause a bit. I think Vallejo's awful. Miranda, centre back.
Yeah, I've got him.
Roger Johnson. I thought after he started off alright, but then he was absolutely horrendous. I thought West Brom, we lost 5-1.
I don't know about Johnson. I just think him and O'Hara just get tired because they're
Yeah,
dickheads.
I think that's what's my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Did you
one
see? Did you
surprised
hear the 77 Club when he came on? Not 77 Club. That's yours.
What's
isn't
that?
it?
I've never heard
The
of
old gold. What's
yeah,
it?
he just like
Oh,
contradicted
feel
himself
sorry
so
for me,
much.
please.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zella Van Dam, left back, controversial. But I couldn't
Played
think of
about
anyone
3
else.
times, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored away at
Got
Fulham,
homesick.
remember that? Greg Halford, right wing.
Oh.
Awful. Can you pronounce that? Peter Anayangi.
Yes, it's Prince Onyanga.
Prince
Peter.
Anayangi.
Peter.
Just like you said, Dave, I put him in just because he was awful. Once he signed the contract, he was awful, Jamie O'Hara. He was good at the points,
Okay.
but left wing,
Nathan Byrne.
Nathan Byrne, left wing, I pronounced
Bryn.
it Bryn.
She's
And up front,
which is Welsh for hill.
Leo Bonatini is one of our worst ones.
What?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
That
his
is-
first half of that season was a fluke. I'll
Yeah,
stick
I
with that.
agree.
I remember when he
Completely
first signed, me and my mate were speaking with mate Lewis, and he was like, he ain't a player. He's awful. He said he's going to be rubbish.
We wouldn't
and
be where we are
comes
today
through.
without
Right,
Bonatini.
nah. Right.
He was like, he was awful, Bonatini.
Who else with him?
Maya Hoffer, the other
Yeah.
striker.
No. Okay, so you.
No.
You've got Grant Holt, Yannick Sagbo,
Paul Gladden.
yeah.
all of them, and you picked Leo Bonatini.
Grant Holt
12
was,
goals.
Grant Holt was handy.
Like one.
Yeah,
What's
so
up, Sean?
I did that quite quick, but they just what come to my head when I was thinking
Yeah.
about it. Like,
My team's is
Go on.
very similar. The only difference is I've got Cameron Borthwick Jackson at left back.
he was all right, man.
Where is he now?
Man United, isn't he?
Nah,
No.
mate, he's in some League Two side now.
He doesn't exist.
Yeah, he was okay, but he just did not play.
Remember
It
when
was
we
so
beat
weird.
we beat Newcastle 2-0 away
Yeah.
in the Championship? He was good that
Yeah,
game.
that's his
I
debut,
offer
I
a
think.
centre back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was Stacey's debut as well.
Yeah.
Got racially
Got
abused
racially
that day.
abused, yeah. Welcome to England. Casper Gorks,
Or shout. whatever you do.
who Dean Saunders signed because he had the highest heading percentage in the championship.
Did you play Football Manager?
Egert Jonsson,
I
Well,
can't
everyone
remember
thought it was
him.
a-
So,
Icelandic.
Everyone thought it was an anagram of Roger Johnson.
He was terrible. Jermaine Pennant.
Oh yeah,
Remember he
shout.
gave the,
He
he gave her
swore
the
at me.
fingers to the South Bank.
He swore at you.
Well, I thought. Well, you saw that. I thought it was aimed at me because I shouted at him. I shouted at him, and then at that moment he turned around. And
Is this
gave-
like the
gave
time
it
that
to me.
Jamie Carragher offered you out in the
That did happen.
Can you tell everyone about that?
No, I've already mentioned it. You can go and find it.
That was on the
somewhere.
pod.
Oh, did it happen?
Yeah.
And then I had
Fantastic.
Yannick Sagbo and Paul Gladden as well.
Oh, Gladden.
Different.
See, I
Was that
forgot
the
about
team?
some of them.
Is that 11?
No, because the rest were the
Oh,
same.
okay.
Five
sorry.
aside, I think.
Yeah. Matt, you chuck some names out. You
Right
got it.
then, is it going to be controversial?
Right.
Right. Mr. Shelby. I've got. I'll do a mean Alfie Solomon's impression as well. Right, what do you want the team or?
Do the team in the Alfie Solomons as in
Right, Tommy. What I want to know is no, we got Andy Lonergan in goal.
Papa Damans.
Left back George Elakobu.
Oh,
Do not say that name on the worst
Have you
team.
got any?
We love George.
What are these? Are any booze? No, maybe.
It was just
He
terrible.
scored 2 goals against Man United.
Yeah,
Is that still playing?
no, he was just technical. He's a fan favourite, but if you're going off technical ability, he was pants.
Yeah, he was.
He was just
He was.
he was a strength merchant. That's what
Did
he
you
was.
see the video of him recently
Mick
jumping into the
McCarthy's
crowd?
body double.
If it wasn't Ella Kirby, I'd do him.
And then my centre halves are Casper Gorks and Danny Barr.
Oh, you can't. You
That-
can't have Danny Bath in
Danny
your
Bart
worst team.
Championship Edition. I agree.
Nah, you can't. Lads.
If you're
That's-
being kept out of the team by Ryan Bennett,
Ugh,
that's all we need to say.
that's
Um,
harsh. That.
Right back, I've gone for Greg Halford.
Yeah,
shout.
I had him as well.
Yep. My midfield 2 is the fantastic pivot of George Saville and,
Oh,
Nah, not
that's
Savile,
cruel.
man.
and Eggert Johnson.
yeah.
I just thought Saville did absolutely nothing when he played.
He hit the
That
post
total-
against Chelsea.
Well, yeah,
He scored. Remember, he went on a streak of scoring about 3 or 4 straight games as well.
He was
And,
useless.
my
he
wide
was
players are
He was good on Jimbo Fix It.
Never have I heard such a deathly silence.
Christ. You got a talk. You got crickets down there.
Yeah, the
Purple one.
purple one.
That's one. That one, yeah.
Yeah.
My wide players are Tommy Rowe
Okay.
and Adam Hamill.
Oh,
Hamill was all right.
Did
He punched a paramedic, mate.
I,
And she was
on
female.
my time hop, I forever see tweets from about 2010 saying, "Why isn't Adam Hamill playing?" I was desperate for him to play. He didn't play that much, but he was rubbish.
My two strikers are Grant Holt
Legend.
and Joe Mason.
Yeah, Mason.
Cruel on
Mason
Joe
was
Mason.
disappointing.
You
Yeah, he
shite.
scored one, didn't he? Or two. Oh, he scored one against Villa, didn't he?
He scored against Blues
And
as
away at
well.
Blues, yeah.
He scored a couple,
Oh,
but I remember.
worst thing about that is when Wolves rejected like a massive offer off Bristol City for him on deadline day, and then he just
Did his
fucking
ACL,
did
didn't
fuck
They
all.
paid £3 million pounds for him.
I think we got offered
He was to
6 by
replace-
Bristol City and we rejected it.
That was the same transfer window that we sold a Phobie, and he was going to come in and replace him.
I thought he was going to be
And
like lethal, but he just couldn't hit a barn door.
He was alright.
He was pretty highly touted. It's
£3 million of the Queen's Great British pounds for Joe Mason. Fuck off.
That's mad. Yeah.
Mason.
Is he in America now?
Yeah, I think he's at.
Is he with Jack Price?
He's
I
at
think so.
Colorado.
Oh no! He came back. I think he plays for like Plymouth or some shit.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
Levels.
Levels.
There we go. There we go.
Dave?
Worst players, man.
Man.
No, I'm a pretty positive fan, so I don't really slag people off.
I'm going to say Tom Rouse at Molyneux.
So can we see your skills compilation again?
I think I mean Lonigan for certain. He was crap.
He's playing for the European
Yeah,
champions
he's at the
now.
best club in the world now.
He's gone. He's the only player to have gone up from Wolves from this group.
His talent that got in there as well.
Who else was there? I can't really think of anyone else that's really stood out that was shit. Obviously, Sagbo, I thought he was going to be the next Steve Ball.
There's loads of disappointments, and they like as you
that's
saying,
why
Razak
Code's a lot
Razak
more.
Bakari, who never played. Peshko only played a handful of games. Tongo Dumbia.
They couldn't play Pesco anymore because I think they...
Yeah, that's
You
right.
said
Yeah.
I had to buy him.
a shout. You said earlier, Rafa Mir. He was disappointing. wasn't he?
Oh man, do you
He
remember
come
that
in
shot
and went-
against Swansea? Man? He'd come on, and Real Madrid wanted to sign him. He was going to be the best thing ever, and this shot trickles from 30 yards.
It's a daisy cutter with it.
Yeah, he could have thrown his cap on it. Okay.
It's the best.
I mean, anyone in the comment section, of course, or you could tweet us with your worst and your best players. Well, that is the end of the Talking Wolves podcast. We'll be back very, very soon. But before we go, Matt, do you want to say goodbye? And where can people find you?
Yeah, goodbye. Thanks for listening. Thanks to the audience as well for coming out. Big
Cheers, lads.
appreciated. Cheers. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, mcooperwrites, writes as in written.
Thank you very much. Harry Mansell,
Yeah, just at Harry_Mansell on Twitter and
Underline?
Instagram.
underline, what's that?
Everyone just give me Harry
Underline.
Mansell. Harry, like, underline. you know.
Underscore.
Underscore, yeah.
Underline.
Yeah.
I can tell it's been 10 years since you left school.
Yeah, mate, Dave.
Yeah. And then it's just Harry Mansell on YouTube.
What I was going to say this at the start, and I will let you do it, Tom, as well. What content have you got out there at the moment?
It's
that-
just Raul Jimenez vlogs.
Uh,
I do
like
do watch-alongs
The
as well.
watch-alongs are good, yeah.
They're actually the most
I'm
enjoyable
too busy
thing I do.
watching it myself to watch.
That's
it.
what I enjoy the most, doing watch-alongs. And you get
Watch-alongs
loads of
and vlogs.
subscribers from watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
a bit too much detail in it. Yeah, so that's it.
All right. Thank you very much, Harry. Rouse.
Any more poems on the horizon?
What has happened to my YouTube channel? So on YouTube at The Old Gold and Black, and
Black.
on Twitter, The Old Gold 1877, and there's a podcast as well called Rouse and
Oh, we'll cut that.
turn it
Yeah.
Get rid
It's in the top 10, isn't it? Oh, jeez.
top 10 of
Top
loose
10 of the bottom.
It's not even top 10 in his own house.
in podcasts
good.
that are jointly produced in Cardigan and Dudley. It is number one.
I enjoy it. I
It's a
listen to
tough league, to be fair.
You're one of 15, Harry.
I was on it the 1 week, pissed, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does sound like you.
But what content have you got coming up? You got your Advent series, so what's that all about?
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that because I filmed it about 3 weeks ago when there was no.
Oh, you got it all sorted, like scheduled?
Well, I've got the first
Sort of.
10, and then I'm going to do
Alright.
the rest next.
Is that
week.
because the ad revenue is higher in December? Is that why you're doing that?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell,
It's
get
a known fact.
me head down.
Well, yeah, so
I'm just going to release a video every day saying Raul Jimenez.
On loop.
well, I wish I'd have done that now because I've done. So every day is going to be a video of a moment of Nuno. So today it's gone up. I'd forgotten that it was going up, and I forgot that we were playing at 2:00. So when it went up at 5, and I hadn't put my match review up.
Have you done
I
your
think-
review?
Yeah, I have now, but I think people were probably confused.
Oh.
So it was like it's going through all of his greatest moments at the club. So hopefully he'll stay. and it would be something nice for
Tom,
everyone
I'll
to
never
remember.
forget that Besiktas review. That was iconic, that wasn't it?
Yeah, cheers, mate.
You got so much shit for that, did you?
So wait, the ad revenue goes up,
Yeah, apparently.
but Tom's using copyrighted videos on his.
I'm talking about
How are you talking about it?
I thought you were jacking it in.
YouTube. Yeah, well, yeah.
It's just
That's a story for another day. Right. You can find me, Dave as a Party, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, whatever.
and you're also now on LinkedIn, aren't you, David?
Yes, I am. If anyone
I've
wants
never
to
been on
link
that in
it.
my life.
Yeah, I don't
I have
understand
apparently,
it.
but
Don't understand it. And of
Connections.
course, Talking Wolves on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. But thank you very much for listening. And until next time, we'll see you all very, very soon.